Hi.
Hello again.
How you doing?
Fancy meeting you here.
What's been going on since we last spoke?
I slept.
Yay.
That's it.
I just woke up about maybe an hour ago. This is so weird.
Okay. Well, I don't have nothing funny happened to me in the last 18 hours.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, me neither. It's all the same.
Did you hear about the Danvers High School hockey team accused of brazenly homophobic hazing?
I didn't even realize Danvers High School had a hockey team.
Okay, so we were just sitting here. Every once in a while, we have an opportunity to sit and chat before we record, and we try to hash out what we're going to talk about. And we never use it for that. But what we did talk about was I brought up the idea of doing a daily show, just like a 30-minute or a 60-minute show. And Anthony had some concerns that maybe we won't have anything to talk about.
No.
So in my mind, it was like, if we did a 30-minute daily show, we only have to have one article, and it could be like a current event, and we just weigh in on whatever it is, like just a daily.
Sure. Whatever's happening that particular day.
Like a shit take.
I kind of like that idea. We need to get that out immediately.
Before somebody else grabs it. Because
right.
if anybody puts out a podcast in the next 2-3 weeks called Shit Takes,
that was our idea.
we're gonna know that they stole it from us.
Yep. So you need to cease and desist before you even. What's the opposite of cease?
So I guess we'll just jump into some of these things and see where it goes then.
All right.
Okay, are you done with all your Christmas shopping? How's that? That seems to be a hot topic.
Yeah. Yes. Wait. No. After we're done, I got to go buy some liquor. But other than that, no. Yes, I'm done. My brother-in-law, I don't really know him or talk to him, so I know he likes beer. So I buy him a case of beer every year.
Is that the one that looks dirty?
No, he looks like what's his name? Mark Maron.
Yeah, dirty.
Sure. Okay. We'll go with that.
The one that sells vegetables on the side of the road or whatever?
Yeah, I think they had a farm for a while. Yeah. Yeah, like they're very hippie-ish.
Right, they look dirty.
Yeah. They call it crunchy. I don't know why I call it hippie, they call it crunchy.
Okay, is there any chance that they're going to listen to this episode? Are they patrons?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so you can speak freely. You don't have to. You don't have to hide behind your guarded ivory tower.
It's my ebony tower.
So you can say he looks dirty.
No, he looks like Mark Maron, and he looks like a guy that would sell vegetables on the side of the road. You're right about that. Very.
I think I've seen him at a farmer's market.
Probably. If you didn't, I mean, you saw a guy who looks just like him.
Yeah, dirty. They all look dirty. They're either dirty or Amish. And Amish people never look dirty. It's a fact.
Yeah, that's weird. How does that work? So he's like the kind of person that doesn't like. I don't really believe in shoes, man. Like shoes are foot prisons, man. Like
foot prisons.
I don't think he's ever said anything like that, but he's like one of them. That's like the mentality. You know what I mean?
So is he with the hot sister?
The one that you think is hot? Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That lucky, dirty bastard.
Awesome.
Except if she's like that too, that means she's probably got a real hairy bush, right? Does she? Tell me, does she?
Yeah. Last time I checked, yeah. It was a while ago, though.
Can you get her on the horn? I need to clear this up.
How hairy is your bush? Oh, man.
Okay.
I forgot what we were even talking about. What?
You don't want to talk about your family, so I'll move on.
Oh yeah, I buy him beer. I don't even know. My wife already even knows what kind of beer he drinks. I don't even remember. Every year it's like, what does he drink again? Whatever generic.
I'm sure it's some stupid
Pabst Blue Ribbon or something like
PBR
that.
is what I was thinking. That's what all them. anybody that drinks PBR, I know I won't like them.
Is that right?
Yeah, because they're drinking that beer to let other people know what type of beer they drink. They're not drinking it because they think it tastes good.
Ugh, douche.
Nope, nobody drinks PBR because they think it tastes good. They're drinking it because of the image they think it portrays. That is a fact. It has been proven.
So weird. It's been proven scientifically.
It's like, okay, you know how Zima is beer for fags?
Yes. Do they still make Zima?
I don't know.
They stopped making that like 10 years ago. I don't know. That was what the girls drank. The girls and the gays. That's what they drank, right?
Take it fucking, you had to, if you were going to a party and you were buying beer for a girl or something, you'd have to pick up Zima and some fucking Jolly Ranchers because they wanted that shit flavored.
Do you guys have Mike's Hard Lemonade? Oh, I'll take a Zima, I guess.
And Purple Passion.
Purple.
By the 2
Oh,
liter.
that's like that's like the Everclear, grape flavored Everclear. Is that right?
Yeah, but it was like maybe a teaspoon of Everclear for the entire 2 liter.
Yep. Like, and it was like $1 a gallon or whatever. Jesus Christ.
My favorite was, I used to drink this malt liquor called Silver Thunder. And I
Sounds
would buy
so
it.
disgusting. Malt liquor.
So I drank that specifically because it fucked me up really, really bad. It wasn't anything other than I was just looking to get drunk.
Sure.
It did not taste good. Like, I would have to plug my nose for the first 40. I'd have to plug my nose to drink it.
Jesus Christ.
But I always, when I was describing it to other people, I always described it the same way. It's like a bunch of black people got together and drank Old English and then pissed in a bottle. And that's what this is.
I don't know that I've ever had malt liquor.
It would get me drunk in such a way, like it was different than anything else I'd ever experienced, but it was like it was laced with fentanyl or something. I don't I would get like super quiet, but it was only because I was afraid I had forgotten how to talk.
Jesus Christ.
And then I would just end up getting angry and start breaking stuff. But that really didn't matter what I was drinking.
Just whatever, anything. So there wasn't a difference if you drank whiskey as compared to beer, if you got angry about it? Because don't most people get more angry when they drink whiskey? I'm not really a professional drinker, so
I know that's what they say, but I think that has to do with the level of drunkenness that you're at. But
okay.
that's just my view on it. But all I know is I would get equally as angry with beer as I did with anything else. I would just get angrier faster with hard liquor.
Interesting.
And like if I got drunk just on vodka, for
Yeah.
instance, I used to drink a lot of vodka.
Yeah.
I would skip over the funny Doug and go right to the angry Doug. And then I would be passed out Doug, and then I would be covered in piss and puke Doug.
Sounds fun. Too bad I couldn't experience that, I guess.
For a brief period, I would say maybe 6 months or so, I would only wear white t-shirts. Let's not even get into that. It's not important.
That's what the tough guys wear.
Well, I had to have some place to put my
in your
cigarettes.
sleeve? Douche.
No, but anyway, I would wake up in the morning and try to figure out what the fuck happened the night before, and the front of my shirt would always be bright red. And what it was the drunker I got, the more shit that I spilt down the front of me.
Oh God.
And I always mixed Big Red. I think it was called Big Red. It was like a 2-liter bottle of strawberry pop with my vodka.
So, the more so why
Shut up.
why not just wear a red shirt then? I guess after like the third time, just wear a red shirt and yellow pants. I don't understand.
Okay, you do understand that, like, I would wake up every morning covered in my own piss and puke.
Yeah.
The least of my concerns was a little red on my shirt. I could always just get a new red shirt or a new white shirt.
God, what a life. That's amazing.
All right. I got a buddy. I should see if he wants to come on and share some old war stories.
Do it. How do you think that would go?
Oh, I think it would be funny.
Does he still drink?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him, and
Since
thinking
since the war.
yeah. I was thinking that guy that I worked with him and then left, and then you worked with him.
And he
Chad.
worked. Yeah. I know who you're talking about. Huh. Yeah, that'd be cool. I haven't talked to him in 10 years. Get him on.
All right. As soon as you get your dad on.
All right. So that's not going to happen, I guess. That would be miserable. That would be fucking miserable, man. Talking to anybody in my family, it would just be miserable.
You wouldn't have to talk.
No, just having them on this show would be miserable. Having you talk to them, just even like if you just ran into them on the street or whatever. Just
I feel like you're ashamed of me.
No. Oh God.
Okay,
I was.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say I was showing somebody at work pictures of our prayer candles that we got, and they said, "Is that Doug?" And they said who you were. I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's who you do your podcast with." He talks to me about the podcast all the time. You never listened to it. He asked me about it all the time. Didn't realize that it was you that I did it with. Like, Jesus Christ, how do you not realize that yet? I think I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it a million times.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't know what else I can say about that without asking who it is you're talking about, and then you're going to dance around who it is.
Yeah, you would,
because you're not going to be able to say.
You wouldn't remember him. He's a
right. So
he's a forgettable guy.
Okay, so Bay Area, where is that? California?
Yeah, San Francisco, right?
All right. So I didn't get the story. I just took a screenshot of this tweet as it went by.
Okay.
Amid a spike in vehicle break-ins, some Bay Area car owners have been deliberately leaving their trunks open in an effort to avoid forced entry by thieves.
God, why do you think people still live in places like that? Like, that's basically a third world country at that point, right? Like, it's basically like Somalia.
What defines a third world country, and what's a second world country?
I think if you have to leave your trunk open for the thieves, is there a fourth? I don't think so. I think if you have to leave your trunk open for thieves because they're so prevalent, that's third world country, right?
I don't know. I'm looking it up.
I don't know. I think it has something to do with food. Like, if you don't have enough food.
Okay, so right now I live in a third world country because we're low on food.
Yeah, the cupboards are empty. Third world country.
Okay. People often use the term third world as shorthand for poor or developing nations. The second world consisted of the communist Soviet Union and its Eastern European satellites. The third world, meanwhile, encompassed all other countries that were not actively aligned in either side of the Cold War.
So America and then third world. And then Russia was second world. Weird. Huh. Why don't they just say that?
The modern definition of third world is used to classify countries that are poor or developing. Countries that are part of the third world are generally categorized by high rates of poverty, economic or political instability, and high mortality rates.
Oh.
So Chicago.
Right. Chicago is a third world country. Wasn't it? So wasn't there more killings in Chicago than there was in Iraq? Like, wasn't that proven? Well, when we were like at war with Iraq or whatever, weren't more people dying in Chicago than there were troops?
I don't even know why Chicago is used so often, because it's not the highest. It's not like the highest gun death city.
What's the highest?
I don't know.
Probably Chicago. I bet it is.
I bet it's not. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay.
What am I looking up? Which city has the highest
gun death?
Gun violence or death?
Yeah, violence.
Well, I didn't say that.
All right. It's going to be
Savannah,
both
Georgia.
What? You just made that up. Dude, is that the first name that came to your mind?
Okay. So there's numbers Coming in at 65 is Hampton, Virginia.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I'll scroll to the bottom. Hold on. Still scrolling.
Why can't it be at the top?
Oh, drag this little bar down. Number
gotta be
13, number 10, number 9.
Baltimore.
We'll go with, okay, number 10, Cleveland, Ohio.
All right.
Number 8, Kansas City, Missouri. Then New Orleans. Then Baton Rouge. Then Dayton, Ohio.
What the fuck?
Then Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
Baltimore, Maryland. Number 1 is St. Louis, Missouri.
Really? So Chicago's not even in the top 10? You skipped over somewhere in there.
Yeah, but it was because I wasn't going to read them all. I think I skipped over number 9, which is Memphis, Tennessee.
So then where's Chicago?
I'm looking. Peoria is 15. Does that help? Columbia. Do you know your states and capitals?
Nope.
Okay, I'm at 25 and Chicago's still not here.
I don't believe you.
There it is. Number 28. The murder rate in Chicago is 18.26 per 100,000.
What is this from the 60s?
Nope, it is from 2021.
So then why do they
because you've just been repeating what you've heard on your alt-right websites.
Yeah. So the alt-right is the alt-right. Wait, alt-right is right. I don't fucking know.
But anyway, yeah, if you want to compare the 28th worst city in the United States to a third world country,
I do. Have you ever been to downtown Chicago?
Of course.
You ever been to downtown Chicago at night?
On accident, yes.
I don't even know how bad it is. I haven't been to Chicago in many, many years. So,
well, it wasn't bad enough that I got the fuck out of there. That's what I'm trying to say.
What'd you say was number 1 again?
I think I said St. Louis.
St. Louis, Missouri. But they got the arch.
If Chicago is an 18.26, that means for every 100,000 people, 18.2 of them will get shot or killed, murdered.
That's a lot.
Okay. So what do you think St. Louis is?
It's got to be up in the 30s, right?
I don't know. I'll tell you in a minute.
19.1?
65.
What the fuck? Holy shit. Guess I don't want to visit there.
That tells me that we need to do our next live show in St. Louis, Missouri.
Wow. That's fucking crazy.
And we can use that as the excuse why nobody showed up.
Maybe we really need to do something about gun violence. We need more gun control in America. Just in those cities. How about we just have gun control in those cities?
So I wish you weren't so small-minded, I guess, or close-minded. Because you fail to see the big picture. And
Okay.
I hate to have this gun violence or gun control conversation yet again.
Uh-huh.
But it's obvious there's a problem, right? If 65 people are going to die for every 100,000 that live there.
Yes.
There's a problem.
I'm not telling you there's not a problem. I'm telling you that the solution isn't what you think the solution is. Like we can agree that
You
there's
don't know
a problem.
you don't know what my solution is. So don't tell me you don't agree with it, because you maybe you do agree with it.
Okay, what's your solution?
Ban the guns.
Okay, so
No, okay. So banning guns is not the answer.
yeah, that's stupid.
Eliminating guns is the answer.
Okay, well, eliminate, ban. What's the difference?
Banning is just passing a law and saying it's illegal to buy or sell a gun.
Yes.
Eliminating them is hiring a task force to go door to door and steal the guns at night.
I didn't realize we lived in fantasy world, that we could just make up whatever rules we want. I thought we were sticking to the facts on this show here, like what was possible in reality.
You're telling me you don't think it's possible. Okay, do you think the government had anything to do with 9/11?
Yes.
Do you think that they orchestrated the attacks?
Yeah, maybe they had a hand in it, I think.
Do you think the government was behind falsifying us landing on the moon?
Yes.
Okay. How can you say that the government can take down the 2 tallest buildings in the world as well as put together an entire orchestrated fake moon landing, but can't get together SEAL Team 6 to go steal guns from houses.
How many people are on SEAL Team 6?
6.
Okay. How many guns are there? How many guns does each SEAL team member have to confiscate? Is what I'm asking you.
They're not doing it all in one night, dumb.
That's what I'm asking you. How many guns? I'm trying to figure this out. How many guns can they confiscate in one night? How many guns are there? How many nights is this going to take?
Oh, fuck. Hold on.
And they're still manufacturing guns. So
no, but that's part of it. You got to stop that.
No, you stop that. So you stop manufacturing guns. Right.
Okay. Right now, there's, according to 2018, there are approximately 1 billion small arms distributed globally.
Small arms.
Of which 857 million are in civilian hands.
Okay. And there's six SEAL team members.
Right. But if we have to, we can call in SEAL Team 5 and SEAL Team 4.
Like, so how many nights are you planning on this taking?
364 nights a year. You don't want to do it on Christmas.
No, of course you want to give these guys a day off. No confiscating guns tonight. So
no, I just don't want them interfering with Santa Claus.
Oh, makes sense. So after like the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, whatever it is, don't you think that some people are going to be like, oh shit, they're coming and they're going to make their way to me and they're going to hide their guns or shoot one of the SEAL Team 6? So you're going to lose members somewhere along the way.
No. Okay. So fine. Maybe I didn't think my plan out. We just have a whole bunch of SEAL Team 6s. There's one SEAL Team 6 for every house.
Every house gets their own SEAL Team 6. Okay.
And then it's just an orchestrated attack, operation, take the guns. But you write it all as one word, so it looks confusing and people don't know what we're doing.
Every single house in America has a truck parked out front
for electronics repair.
I love it. And all at once they coordinate, and every single house in America gets swatted at the same time.
You don't even need walkie-talkies. You can it'd be a traffic jam everywhere.
So, all right. So once they have these guns, what are they doing with them?
Cutting them up. That's what they do with confiscated guns.
Okay, hold on. So when they go in to take these guns, how are they going to get them? How are they going to take them?
By force.
Using what?
They're the last ones to give up their guns.
So when it's all said and done, all the SEAL Team 6s just, here you go, here's my guns.
Yes.
That's the plan.
So if that was to go without a hitch, would you agree that it is the best situation to ensure there are no more guns and nobody can make them?
Yeah, if we're living in fantasy land, I think, yes, the best solution is nobody gets guns. Yes.
Okay, cool.
But we are living in reality, and that's not the case.
Well, it doesn't fucking matter. We're just trying to fill some fucking time, dickhead.
No. We have to keep this fact-based, otherwise people are going to stop listening.
Okay, then how about this? No new guns. Start there. No more manufacturing of guns.
Why, though?
Well, to save the kids.
Which ones? Some kids need to be shot. Am I allowed to say that? Which kids?
The ones that would have gotten shot by the new guns.
What about the kids that get shot by the old guns? They're dispensable?
No, I'm saying, like, I am putting forth, if I'm in office, once I get elected in office, that is the first thing that I'm doing.
Okay.
I am stopping the manufacture of new guns. That's where I'm starting.
And I'm asking you why.
Because you got to turn the faucet off.
Why? Why? No,
there's a billion guns. There's plenty of guns.
Off? There's not. Why do you have to turn the faucet off?
Because I'm trying to eliminate guns. In order to do that, I need we already agreed that the best thing to do is eliminate the guns. So why are you going back on that?
No. When you're president, you don't get to make laws based on, well, if we can bend reality, this is what we're going to do. You make laws based on reality.
Yes, there's too much gun violence. There's over a billion guns, and there's
you're conflating things that are not the same. There's too much gun violence. There's over a billion guns. Well,
okay.
One thing, it doesn't necessarily cause the other.
No, it necessarily does. If there were zero guns, gun deaths would go down drastically. Do you understand that concept?
Yes, that's a stupid concept, but yes, I understand it.
How is it stupid? If there's no
because
guns,
it's not where you're not living in reality.
I'm going to make it illegal to shoot somebody. Also, does that change your stance?
Yes, you didn't tell me that.
I'm going to make it double illegal in the places where it's already illegal.
Yes, Chicago's going to have new laws that say no shooting anybody for real.
Okay, right now they have. I think Chicago still has 3 strikes, or that may have went away years ago. I don't know. Whatever.
No, it's baseball. You're thinking of baseball.
But we're going down to 1 strike
and 3 balls.
1 strike, instant death penalty.
Oh,
if you shoot somebody, if you shoot at somebody for any reason under my administration, instant death penalty.
Interesting.
What do you think about that?
I like it. So, did you hear recently in Chicago there was like a shooting where they it was like a shootout in the streets, and there was like 70 rounds or something like that shot, and they got the people that did it, and the prosecutor said, we're not going to prosecute these people because it was a mutual fight. There's like some kind of a law that says if 2 people fight each other, neither one of them gets prosecuted because they both agreed to fight each other. Well, they used that law to let these people that were shooting at each other in the streets go. Like it was a mutual gang thing. So we're just going to let these people go. That's real recent within the past few weeks in Chicago.
This can't be a real thing.
You say that every time.
Chicago Mutual Combat Law. How's that sound?
Yep.
Unfucking believable. Kim Fox and Mayor Lori Lightfoot feud over a mutual combatants argument in a Chicago shooting continues to play out. What it means is if someone is charged with first-degree murder, they can give a mitigating defense which says, look, it was mutual combat. We have agreed to fight.
Awesome.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
No charges in deadly Chicago shootout due to mutual combat. This is how it should be, actually.
You think so? Shootouts in the streets? Like in the city streets?
No, I'm okay with this. Like, I take back all my gun rhetoric.
Okay, cool.
I think we need to build arenas like paintball, except for gangs, and they bring their own fucking guns. The fucking air horn goes off, and they get, 2 minutes, and it just go. And you guys fucking shoot at each other, and we're all going to watch.
Huh.
How cool would that be if you could sit behind bulletproof glass and just, pay $60 to go sit with your kids and buy popcorn and
watch a bunch of gang members shoot each other? Yeah,
like with the blue side and the red side or whatever fucking colors they got. And then it's like a game. Like, that's sports that I would get behind.
So what, when the red team wins or whatever, what did they just get, like a trophy, or they just don't die? That's what you get. When you win, you get to go to the locker room. We only have one locker room when this is all over because the other team ain't going.
Yeah, I don't care what they have to come back next week if they agree for mutual combat. But like, if you fire your weapon outside of our death arena, we will kill you and your mama. If you want to fight, you do it in here where we can make money from the sponsors.
Huh. Yeah, I think that might be all right. You bring your own.
It's no different than. I don't know why I used to say this or why I would partake in this behavior, because I was respectful of the establishments that I was in is the only thing I can believe. But
okay,
if I would ask somebody, do you want to go outside? They knew what that meant. It wasn't like I was asking them to go outside and look at my new bike that was parked up against the fucking side of the bar.
Uh-huh.
It's the same thing here. You want to go to the arena? We'll squash this beef in the arena, son.
Huh. Yeah, actually that might work if we could keep the violence out of the streets, you know what I mean? Make our streets safe for the kids.
I bet in our lifetime there will be something like that. Maybe not to that extent, but that Demolition Man or what? Not Demolition Man. What was the Running Man?
Oh yeah.
We're getting there.
You think so?
We're fucking getting there. I can't wait.
Huh. Yeah. But then what? So you're just saying like we're going to make the punishments way more severe, but we're going to let you kill each other.
Yes.
But if you do it outside of these prescribed areas, then we're going to kill you. So
no, we're going to kill you and somebody you love
and your family. I'm in.
Okay, we know that anything that's supposed to be a deterrent isn't a deterrent, right? We know the death penalty is not a deterrent.
Nah, not really.
So if you thought, let's say that you were in the mindset that you were going to go rob a store, and you pull that gun out and you're pointing it at the clerk. If you don't care about your life, I've been in that headspace. I know what it's like to not care if I live or die.
Sure.
So having something held over my head, like there's a chance I might get caught and then I'll have to go through the justice system and I might get the chair. Who fucking cares? Like I'm worried about getting this pack of smokes. But if I know that they're going to kill my family, if I kill this clerk and I get found guilty, they're going to kill me and my family.
Yeah. So
that might be a deterrent.
Hold on, wait. So then wouldn't it be better if they just killed your family?
They're going to make you kill your family.
No, they just make you watch. They kill your family while you watch, and then they just let you go.
Oh, wouldn't it be worse to make you do it?
How are they going to do that? How would they make you do it?
I don't know.
I don't know. We gotta have a sexual element in here somewhere. They gotta make you rape your grandma. Can they make you rape your grandma? Is that legal?
Okay, that would be a deterrent.
Yeah, if you commit crimes, you have to rape your grandma.
You have to butt fuck your grandpa if you rob a liquor store.
Well, you know what? People are going to teach their kids not to rob liquor stores. If I'm getting fucked in the ass, if my kid robs a liquor store, I'm going to teach my kid not to rob a fucking liquor store. Huh? That's not a bad idea. So instead of that we might be onto something here. We could change it a little bit. Instead of the chair being like a electric chair, it could be one of those things where they strap you in and those fucking dildos that go in and out, you know. But you rob a liquor store, your dad gets the chair. He gets a fucking dildo in and out of his ass. Every liquor store you rob, he gets an hour on the chair.
Oh, fuck. If I thought there was even so much as a chance that my son was going to rob a liquor store. Here, just take some money. You're fine.
So is the fine or punishment less if I kill my kid? Because I don't want to take the chance.
Think about that. Like if the laws, if the violation or penalty for breaking the law affected the parents, think about how differently parents would raise their kids.
Right. They've tried that. And people get really, really mad. People don't like that because they've tried it when they like if your kid skips school or whatever, they try to punish the parents, or if your kid does something wrong, they've tried it in the past, but people just get so mad and the outrage is so severe that they're like, we're sorry, we won't punish anybody, we'll let the kids do whatever they want. They always backtrack on it because the outrage is so severe.
All right. How old was Kyle Rittenhouse when that happened? 17?
17.
Okay. So had he been found guilty, do you think his parents should have been charged?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So how can you say that parents should be.
Yeah. Okay. So wait, you said had he been found? It's hard to get in that headspace. So yes, had he been found guilty, they should have charged his parents with something. I just don't know what. Alcohol to minors or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Failure to yield.
They should have given him a traffic violation. Your Honor, I don't even have a car. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I actually feel about that, because no matter how well you think you raise your kids, they could always get themselves in a bad situation, right?
I mean, kids fuck up. That's what they do. That's part of growing up.
Right. And
But-
if the general consensus was, if your kids fuck up, you get punished, your kids will not give a shit if they whatever they do, because they know you're going to get in trouble. And if they hate you in the first place anyways, that would be a bad system, now that I think about it.
No, but kids would be raised differently.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the kids should walk free. I'm not even saying, I don't know that I agree that parents should be punished for what their kids do.
Maybe, how about stuff that you can prove that like your kid did this because you raised him fucked up?
Okay, what about the unlikely event that a dad was to leave the family and leave the mom to raise the kids along with the grandparents?
That doesn't happen. Why would we
let's
even
just say-
talk about it?
In the unlikely event that happened, should we then charge the dads?
No, they're not in the picture. The mom. It's always the mom. Oh, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I was talking about black people.
Oh, you didn't say that. Yes. So if you have a kid, you're a guy, you leave the family, single mom, whatever, I think you should just be charged for that. That should be a crime. Once you have kids, you stay together. That's it. You're locked in.
Okay, next thing.
Obviously, you don't agree.
Oh, what do we got here?
Okay then.
No, I just got tired of talking about it.
That's how conversations work, I guess.
Okay, well, I don't have anything else to add to that particular topic. I think we've beaten that horse.
All right.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, I added what I had to add. You said, okay, next topic.
Okay, what? Scientists build robot that uses closed-circuit television cameras and thermal imaging to determine if people are following social distancing rules and letting them know when they are not complying.
Awesome.
What's your thoughts on that, Anthony?
I think it's awesome. Just awesome. I think it's great that we're building Terminator robots. It's amazing.
Okay, do you think that the next variant is going to have an even more horrible sounding name than Omninomicron or whatever the fuck it's called?
It's Necronomicron. They're going by aren't those Greek alphabet letters or something? Can't you already tell what the next one's going to be?
Yeah, I have a list somewhere. I just didn't have it pulled up. But
So, yeah, I don't. The next variant, I think we've already figured it out. It's going to be climate change, right? Once this is gone, they're going to have robots that detect climate change, and if you're changing the climate too much, this robot's going to let you know. Hey, bub, you might want to think twice about how you're changing the climate here. So where do you think this leads? Where do you think something like this leads? They got a little robot right next to the one that delivers your pizza, because they got that now. Robots delivering pizzas. The robot right next to it is scanning your house for thermal imaging to see if you're giving your kids a hug or whatever.
all right, so there's a store that I hear locally. And you walk in and there's a little old lady that stands at the door, and her job is to make sure that you're wearing a mask and you don't have a temperature.
Still?
the way that it works, the way that it used to work is you'd walk in and she'd ask you the same questions, even though you've seen her yesterday. Have you traveled to Paraguay in the last 24 hours?
Right.
And then you would have to sign your name as a visitor. And then she would take a thermometer and scan your head and
Sure.
issue you a mask if you weren't wearing one.
Yeah.
Now it's the same old lady, but there's a machine there that this business has bought
Okay.
that you walk in and it says, I'm not making any of this up.
Oh no.
You walk in and it says, hello, guest, please stand 6 feet away from the camera. And then you go up in front of the camera and there's a little screen there that shows your face and then an oval where you're supposed to fit your fat head in. And so there's a line on the floor that shows you where 6 feet is so it can take your temperature, or 3 feet, whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So you stand there and it goes beep, 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 please back up. So then you back up like half an inch and it says, please move forward. And then you move forward and it says, please back up. And I'm telling you, it takes a good 10 minutes to get through this thing.
Oh no.
And then it finally goes, your temperature is whatever, 98.7.
Yeah.
Please move to the left, which would be a wall because it was programmed to say that when it shipped it to them.
Oh, technology is awesome.
So anyway, yeah, I don't think there's going to be any issues with these robots.
you don't think they're gonna equip these robots with fucking tasers or whatever?
When you were a kid or when I was a kid, whatever newest game thing, like Game Boy was big when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then my parents wouldn't buy me the new thing. They would buy me some generic piece of shit. So
Yeah.
it looked like a Game Boy, but it didn't play like a Game Boy. It had like water in it. And you had to push the button which squirted the air up through the ball through the hoop.
Yep.
That's the vibe I get from this thermometer thing at this place.
Oh, it was like a secondhand model.
Oh, it's just so fucking janky. It's like it makes me laugh. It should get me frustrated, but it makes me like, I'll sit there and start belly laughing because it's just, please move forward. Beep, beep, please move backwards. Beep, beep, please move forward. And
And
you're
there's
just
people lining up behind you.
Yes. And you're just slightly like, just move your head just a little bit. I'm sorry, you're not within the circle. Beep, beep, please move forward. So once I finally make it through, I'll sit there for, I don't know, a good 5 or 10 minutes and watch everybody else try to do it.
Is that just a gas station? Like, I just need to get a pop real quick. I wish that the only way to get an accurate temperature was rectally. They had to have a rectal thermometer, and the only way to tell if you had COVID was temperature. You have to come in and we have to shove this thermometer up your ass before you're allowed in the building. I think that would be awesome.
People would be doing that for sport.
You got a bigger thermometer. At this point, isn't it just, I think I just want to make it as uncomfortable for these idiots as possible. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're willing to jump through all these hoops, I want to make you jump through more hoops because you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. So we disagree.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because you're so anti-government and anti-everything that it doesn't matter what is going on. You're going to take that stance.
Yes.
Whereas I follow the science.
Oh, sometimes I forget there's science involved here. So they just announced yesterday. I think I read it while we were recording. They announced that vaccine passports or whatever in Chicago.
Great.
Yeah. You have to get into like a restaurant or whatever. You have to show your passport or whatever. I'm wondering how long that's before that's just standard practice everywhere. You know what I mean? Actually, what I'm wondering really is how long before people just say, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Because that's all it's going to take, right? I mean,
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't either, but I wanted to. Along those same lines, what I would like to see happen, this goes against everything that I think is right, but this is what I want to see happen. I want to see a school in the South like some, I don't know, junior high, high school in the deep South, start teaching the Bible. Just one day, the school administration decides this school is now going to have a Bible study first period for all students. I want to have a showdown between a small school in the South and the government over religion. I think that would be amazing.
I wouldn't even be against it.
Why?
Because I don't think there's anything wrong with teaching the Bible. Let me rephrase it. I don't think there's anything wrong with teaching the lessons that the Bible has available to teach.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking
without
about
all that other garbage.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about, I want religious instruction. Like, this is a religious class. We're going to teach you why Christianity is the way to be and why, we're going to take the lessons in the Bible and you are going to be Christians now or whatever, something like that. Some kind of religious teaching.
Well, like forced baptism in school.
Yes.
Yeah,
maybe not forced baptism. I just think that is the only way that we're going to move past this. Like, we can move to a place where we should be, where states get to decide what's appropriate. I think states' rights are important, and the only way to get it back is to push the issue.
Okay, and I don't think that states' rights are important, so I'm against whatever you're for.
Right, so move to another state then. Why would you not think states' rights are important?
I told you, I think it's fucking retarded.
Why?
The fact that you can legally buy weed and the state next to me can legally buy weed and I'll go to prison if I buy weed. That it does not make sense to me. It is fucking stupid.
Right. I agree with you. So move to another state. That's a good thing. That forces your state to say, oh my God, all these people are leaving and they're taking their tax money with them. We should probably update our laws to what our citizens want.
Do you actually think that I'm going to box all this shit up yet again just so I can buy a fucking joint?
Just one joint one time. I don't even like this. We moved halfway across the country. I never thought to try it first. Genius. Oh my gosh. It is stupid that it's illegal at all, but I still believe in states' rights. What's even worse is that the feds come in and they raid the shops or whatever. And that is the dumbest fucking thing.
Okay, so where my argument falls apart, like for being against states' rights, is in my mind, if we get rid of states' rights, all the laws will fall the way that I want them to.
Is that right?
In reality, they would all go the way of California.
You think so?
Or something like that. Or even it's no different than the laws that you have to follow right now. A good portion of them are because you're in the same state as Chicago.
Yes.
Which is fucking retarded.
Right.
So, and it would be even more widespread than that. Because I live in the United States, now I have to let Mexicans work in my backyard or whatever the law is.
Oh, shit. So, it all, to me, it all kind of comes to a head with this whole abortion thing. There's a big, huge ruckus over the Texas abortion law or whatever. And I got into it wasn't a huge fight, but me and my wife got into it about this a few weeks back.
I want to hear about it.
So she thinks that abortion should be legal. That's it. That's where her stance ends. It's women's choice or whatever. And my thought process is, yeah, sure. Okay. I understand that. But you have to respect states' rights. If the citizens of this particular state think that you're literally killing a baby, why are we not respecting those people's rights and those people's opinions? That's why making it federally legal or illegal is stupid.
Okay, so I'm going to take your wife's side in this. I don't agree with her, but I'm going to take your wife's side for the sake of this argument.
Okay.
Do you think that they should make taking the vaccine a state law?
I think all these things should be states' issues. Yeah. Yes.
No, I'm saying, I'm going to rephrase it. If Iowa or Illinois or Missouri was to come out and say, we are making it state law that you have to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
If you want to live in the state, you have to get the vaccine.
Sure.
That's fine. You can say, well, then I'm moving to the other state. But let's say that all the states, anywhere any place you would live and work at the same place that you would work, you would have to quit your job.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
What are you going to do?
I mean, I'm going to move to somewhere where I wouldn't have to get. I mean, I would have to.
Okay,
I would
so
be, I would be
you move
forced
to
into
another
the situation.
Hold on, you move to another state.
Yeah.
And it ends up being same thing, federally or state mandate that you have to get the vaccination.
Right.
So on and so forth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't know what I would do at that point.
Right. But so you understand that it's the issue is that the state is telling you what you can do with your body.
Yes.
That's where your wife is at with it.
Yes, I understand that. But would you rather have the state do it? Or if somebody's going to do it, in my perfect world, nobody's going to do it. But if somebody's going to do it, and that's the system we live in, I don't agree with it, but that's the system we live in. Wouldn't you rather have the states decide?
How did they come to that abortion law thing? Like, was it by a vote or was it by the representatives?
I have no idea.
Because the way that it's supposed to work is the majority votes in the representative, then the representative makes the laws for the people.
Right. That's exactly right.
Okay, so I don't agree with that.
Why?
I would suggest in Texas, you hold a vote, and anybody that lives in Texas wants to come vote, and we'll vote on abortion that way. And it's a true voting process, the same as if you're voting for, because you're changing an amendment to the Constitution. It's like the Ninth Amendment is that you are not legally allowed to stop somebody from sticking a coat hanger up their pussy to kill a child.
So if you follow out that logic, then why wasn't there ever a vote on gay marriage? Why wasn't there ever a vote on the Civil Rights Act? I mean, none of that stuff got voted on.
Because there wasn't a Roe versus Wade with the Civil Rights Act or gay marriage.
Well, why would there be a Roe versus Wade? Neither one of those people had gay marriage or civil rights or something. They just wanted abortions. I don't know. So there was no vote for civil rights. It was passed just the same way.
Okay.
If there was a vote, it never would have passed, right? At the time, do you think it would have passed?
Yes. Oh, at the time?
Right. Wait, no, what do you think it would pass now?
Yes, of course it would pass now. And at the time, it would pass in places around the country, but not everywhere.
Right. That's how it should be. Is that
right.
Not?
So we're saying the same thing, but you're arguing against me. I think all laws should have to be voted on by the population. I was going to say populace, and I stopped mid-word, which is why it's the population weird.
But we do vote on them. We vote on the representatives that.
I'm saying get rid of the representative shit. They've got lobbying groups and all that shit. That I don't want to deal with lobbying groups anymore. I want to vote on each law.
But that's stupid.
Okay, that's fine. It's stupid, but it's still better than who's your representative? See, you don't even fucking know.
You didn't even let me answer. You didn't even let me say I don't know before you said I don't know. I have no idea. Because I don't care. I know that none of it makes any difference anyways because of all the lobbying groups. So we need to get rid of the lobbying groups.
Right.
No, so if we had just direct voting, that'd be a terrible system.
You could have an app.
What? Okay. I don't even know what to say to that. No, you can have an app. It's cool.
Why would it be a terrible system?
Because this is a cliche way of putting it, but it's in my mind, it's the best way to illustrate it. It would be like if there's like 10 animals and three of those animals are wolves and 2 of those animals are chickens. And they're all going to vote on what we're having for dinner tonight. What do you think we're having for dinner? Like that's how a direct voting system like that works, right?
Hold on. But there's still 5 animals left. What are the 5 animals? Because that'll change. 3
wolves and 2 chickens.
You said there's 10 animals, 3 wolves, 2 chickens.
Meant 5 animals. Sorry. 5 animals.
No, but what are the other 5 animals?
It's like the majority of the animals vote that we're going to eat the other animals. That's how a majority system works. You
Right.
like you live under a system where
Anthony,
I'm
but that's
here.
but that's okay.
Is it?
Yes, because then all the minorities can move to their own place,
Yeah. Is that right?
and then they become the majority.
I was going to say
in
they're
their
the majority.
place.
So then when the minority becomes the majority and they start like an air force and then they attack the other country, we're starting a war here. We're working our way towards a war. Wouldn't that be the way to have a race war, is just to corral all the minorities in one spot and have them fight everybody else with their own army?
Okay, in all seriousness, so you have the white army, the black army, the Mexican army, and the indigenous people army. Okay, who's gonna fucking win? Like,
I mean,
you can't even throw a tomahawk from an airplane.
you're only allowed to use technology that you invented.
So, big F-14 comes in and drops a bunch of spears.
Awesome. Just awesome. Oh my God. I tell you.
And that's time. I'll
All
talk
right.
to you next week.
Okay, bye.
All right. Do you got anything else you want to talk about or what?
I don't know. What do you got? What do you want to talk about? I don't care.
Okay, that was
You-
closed circuit television.
Hold on.
We didn't even talk about the cars with the
that's what I
trunks
was
open.
Just gonna say that. You said, "What's the Bay Area?" And then we from there it was like off the rails. Like, what's the Bay Area? Okay, that's the start of that conversation.
No, that led into, okay, we're going to map this out. That led into third world countries,
Right.
which led to Chicago murder rates. And then abortion.
Oh, now I understand. And teaching religion in schools is very important to get that in there. God, I think we both have ADD. I think that's what this is. This whole show is just no attention to anything. So, have you ever been to San Francisco?
Nope.
So, I've been to San Francisco like 3 times, and it was awesome. It was just an awesome place. The people seemed really cool, laid back, but this was probably 20 years ago. I can't imagine going there or even living there now. It seems so bad.
Is that the same place where people are pooping in the streets or on
Yes.
the sidewalks or whatever?
Yes, there's apps that tell you where the shit is so you can avoid it. And it's the same place that decriminalized stealing up to like $900 or whatever. You can just steal whatever you want as long as it's not more than $900. The cops won't even come. Why would you want to live in a place like that? Why would you want to live somewhere where it's just fucking lawless?
Okay, so I want you to help me through this.
Okay.
All right. So that is, I'm assuming that they have a liberal mayor or governor or whatever the fuck it is
Yeah.
that's controlling that.
Sure.
Okay. Why would they be doing it? Do they do this shit? Like, do they make it eliminating the laws and saying you can poop in the street or whatever because they're trying to appeal to the masses? Or because they say they love people and it's like people driven? Or is it because they're trying to push along the downfall of our country?
It depends on who you ask. So I think it's because they're trying to push along the downfall of the country. That's what I think. But I think their explicit goals are to come in with a I don't even know what the word is, like reforming our legal systems through the courts. So like that's what they're doing. And they're just not prosecuting crimes. And they think in their mind that by just not prosecuting crimes, you're keeping people out of the justice system in the first place. So they think of it as a good thing. Like our justice system is so bad that if we can just keep people out, that's better than prosecuting criminals or whatever. You know what I mean? But I think it's a concerted effort to bring the whole country down. It's obvious.
So what about that Beetlejuice lady in Chicago? Is that the same thing? Like saying that we're not going to press charges because they were willing combatants.
I don't think it was I don't think it was the Beetlejuice lady. She's like the mayor or whatever, right? It's the prosecutors that are doing it. What's happening
she was just in that article I read.
Yeah, I think she was pushing back against it.
Oh, well, let's blame her for it.
I think. So what's happening is that all of these just small or sometimes large prosecutor roles are up for election, and all this money comes in from somewhere to get these prosecutors elected that their explicit goal is to not prosecute crimes. Why are there people who are bankrolling these people to get into these positions to specifically not prosecute crimes? What's the point behind all that?
Is it I'll tell you.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Is it related to the BlackRock buying all the houses?
Possibly, but I don't know how right now. Give me a few minutes.
Right.
give me a few weeks to figure it out. I'll put the connection together. I got to talk to my connections in the CIA.
Okay. How well are you keeping up on the coronavirus?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on what aspect of it you mean.
Okay. All I hear now about is the Omicron.
Right?
Okay. I don't hear anything about the Delta variant.
Right.
Did we beat the Delta variant?
So last I heard today, 73% of the new cases are Omicron. Right. But let me, this is where you lose me, not you, but this is where they lose me. And this is where I think they're just straight up lying. So when you go and take a COVID test and they shove the little thing up your nose and then they drop it in the tube and they test and they're like, oh, yep, positive for coronavirus. The only way to tell what variant of a coronavirus is to fucking analyze it in a lab and test your blood and like whatever, however the fuck they do it. They're not testing the variant when you get those quick tests or whatever. So how the fuck do they know how many of each variant? Most of the tests are just like you lick this stick or whatever. And like if it turns yellow, you have coronavirus. You can't tell the variant without looking at the DNA structure of the fucking virus, right?
I don't know. I didn't go to fucking med school.
Yes, that's true. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
So what I know is the guy that developed the quick tests, he came out and said that it's not an accurate way to test against this virus.
Right.
And it was not created for that.
Right.
And then he was assassinated.
He was assassinated. I believe that. Yeah, I don't. It's if I think they're just straight up lying. I think they're just making shit up because you can't.
One more question, then we're gonna go.
All right.
So I see a lot of posts about like, let's see, the recent one was, what's Biden's press secretary?
Jen Psaki.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Jen Pastrami. Okay.
There you go.
So she was giving a speech, and right behind her it said the White House and all that shit. And then an airplane flew over, and she's like, it's right overhead. You have to forgive the noise or something.
Okay.
And the White House is in a no-fly zone.
Right.
Okay. So there was another picture that came out showing Biden sitting in front of a window that had a bunch of shipping containers behind him or whatever. And then there was a faraway shot that showed he was in a soundstage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The picture was actually just him sitting in front of a TV made to look like a window that had whatever.
Awesome.
Why do you think all that is? Like, one, is that something that's always happened? Or is he not allowed in the White House as the conspiracy?
He's not allowed. We're not going to let him in here. He's crazy. So I think they've always done crazy shit like that. I don't know why. It doesn't make, none of it makes sense to me other than like something is going on, right? I mean, if everybody sees that something weird is going on and the people in charge are just kind of ignoring it or just waving it off like anybody who thinks about those things is a conspiracy theorist, right? Doesn't that make you more like okay, wait, something is going on here. And then that makes people who are more conspiracy minded like me, it drives them even more crazy. It makes them think even more reptile shit's happening. Like the lizard people are taking over.
So if the government was to come out and say, all right, look, you got us.
Yeah.
We really didn't go to the moon.
Right.
We were just trying to win the space race against Russia or whatever.
Right.
Sorry.
We apologize.
But everything else we're telling you is true. And,
right.
oh, yeah, we also killed JFK.
Yeah,
but other than that,
we killed Kennedy. It's cool.
If they were to start coming clean, that only hurts them. It doesn't help. So they have to keep covering it up.
Right. No matter what the evidence says, no matter how much evidence comes out. Right. And no matter what they do, and no matter how much evidence comes out against it, people think our government wouldn't do that. Every single time our government wouldn't do that. People think that it is out of the realm of possibility that the government would create a virus in a lab. I'm not saying they did. I'm telling you that people think it's out of the realm of possibility. Nothing that could never, ever happen. That's it. That's some shit in the movies. Just like our government could never give black people syphilis on purpose just to see what happens for 40 fucking years, just to see what happens. They would never do that. Straight out of a movie, right? It's ridiculous.
Just take a look back at whatever the fuck, Operation Zipperhead or whatever the fuck it was with...
My Operation Zipperhead. I love it. Oh, shit.
All right. We got to get over and do our Dear Flabbies.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate your support. Bye.
Yep, bye.